Here in the studio this morning, I have a friend of mine. He is my roofer. He is the only roofer in my life. His name is Cory Bryant. He is co-owner of Sword Southwest Ohio Roofing Defense. That's a long name, but you shorten it up as Sword, which is kind of catchy.
Yeah, we did the acronym. Sports fans as brothers, also owners, so we thought, well, Major League Baseball shortened it. NBA, National Basketball, NCAA.
Did you come up with the Sword first and then added words to it, or did you make the acronym out of the long name?
It was we built off of the name. Yep, so we built off the Sword name.
Oh, okay. So you came up with Sword first?
Yeah, and then figured out what could be a nice acronym, but also something that was also like defensive, something that's like a protector.
Yeah. So most homes have attics. I personally don't go into attics. Older homes have little attic scuttles that you can barely climb in. Sometimes they're off of a closet. But you find out a lot about your roof if you go into the attic, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Your attic is going to tell you the ventilation. It's going to tell you whether or not your roof is ventilating properly. That is really the age cause of what we see, deterioration. People don't think of roofs as a system, and when they have poor ventilation or poor, insulation, you then start to see your shingles start to, fail prematurely.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times homeowners, you jump into your attic, you feel that heat. That initial, I remember before even growing up when my dad would get up in the attic and grab, Christmas decorations, it was every year type thing, or Halloween decorations. But he would get up there and come down complaining about how sweaty, just pouring in sweat. And now I know that, that should only be 10 degrees plus or minus the house temperature. So you shouldn't be putting your head up and suffocating in a sense where you need to, you need fresh air. So that is kind of one of your tall tale signs if you are a homeowner and, you happen to jump into your attic during holiday season. Just make sure it's, not causing you to profusively sweat within the first 5 seconds of popping your head up there. So,
many years ago, I was on a home inspection with a home inspector. I mean, we're talking maybe 15, 20 years ago. And he put the ladder up and he stepped on the roof and the shingles crumbled under his feet. Well, the owner was bragging about the roof only being like 7 or 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And he went, whoa, there's something wrong here. And they also bragged about all the insulation that they put in the attic. Well, they covered up all the soffit.
They covered the soffits. Yeah.
And there was no ventilation happening and just cooked the shingles.
We see that. It's funny you mentioned that. We see that if that was going to be the number one problem in an attic when doing insulation, that's what we do see a lot. There's a thing called a baffle.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally a piece of styrofoam that protects that from happening. You're supposed to put baffles in before you blow in. A lot of guys skip it, and it's inexpensive. You would think like, oh, they're skipping a very expensive product. It's more of grunt work. It's you have to get to that smaller space when you put the baffles in, but for whatever reason they're skipped a lot and. We see a lot of new builds that put zero insulation in.
Oh, yeah.
You get in there, it's like, well, they skipped it. But, it's crucial to the system. So, again, make sure you have R38, which is about 13 and a half inches. That is standard code. So, again, 13 and a half inches is about where you want to be for your insulation here, especially in Ohio.
Yeah, if you're building a new home, I highly, highly, highly recommend you get a whole house inspection done right before you do your initial walkthrough with the builder.
Absolutely.
Because, it's funny the things that you find that the builder misses. And they're just human. That's what happens. So Southwest Ohio Roof Defense, better known as SWORD. Their phone number is 513-528-0023. They will give you a free inspection, not a glorified estimate, but they'll come out and do free inspections for real. I think that's fantastic. Yeah. I don't know any other roofing company that would do that.
Yeah, we offer free inspection and estimate. Like you said, it's not a gimmick. Even if you have had another roofer out or have received a full replacement estimate and you kind of want to skip over the whole inspection period, we do have a tool on our website. It's a automatic, tool that's going to send you a good, better, best estimate based on your home. So we have a lot of customers that will steer to that tool just to kind of give them an idea, make sure the other roofing companies that they're thinking about using are kind of in line of where they should be on price, whether or not they choose to use Sword or not.
And your website is swordroof.com.
Yep, that's correct. It's www.swordroof.com.
There you go.